Violence has erupted in Montenegro over the inauguration of a church leader. Protesters tried to stop the ceremony to anoint Bishop Jovan Nikic II as the head of the Serbian Orthodox Church in Montenegro. They say the Serbian church is a symbol of Belgrade's control over their country. Jovan Nikic had to be helicoptered in for the ceremony as protesters blocked all major entrances to the city of Cetinje. Liz Maddock reports.
A heated attempt to stop an enthronement. Protesters created a ring of fire at entrances to the Montenegrin city of Cetinje. With police backup kept on the outskirts, protesters launched a campaign of disruption inside the former capital, which is a symbol of independence from Serbia. It was a last-ditch effort to try and stop the inauguration of the new head of the Serbian Orthodox Church in Montenegro. The inauguration of a bishop who denies Montenegro's right to exist.
Today we witnessed a huge shame of the government and Serbian Orthodox Church, the brutal misuse of the state resources and completely unjustified use of force against peacefully gathered citizens.
They couldn't stop the ceremony going ahead. But Jovan Nikic II needed a helicopter escort and 1,600 officers to ensure his safe passage. Opponents say the church is trying to undermine the country's independence and bring Montenegro back under Serbian control.
The church acts as a fist of Serbian nationalism against Montenegro. The church bells heard after the enthronement are supposed to toll the honor of the church. But for us, it sounds more like funeral bells for the Serbian Orthodox Church.
The small Balkan nation declared independence from neighbouring Serbia in 2006. But Montenegrins remain divided over their country's relations with Serbia and the church, Montenegro's dominant religious institution.
We are always with the Orthodox faith. Let those who are against it forgive.
We are fighting for our faith. We are not imposing anything to anyone. We are just here to support the Patriarch.
Here, the church is political. It played a key role in demonstrations last year that helped topple the pro-Western government and install pro-Serb and pro-Russian parties. For protesters, it's not just about having an independent Orthodox church, but the desire to dismantle a church they say is intent on maintaining control. Liz Maddock, TRT World.
Let's get some analysis now from Predrag Rajić. He works at the Center for Social Stability and joins us from Novi Sad in Serbia. Thank you so much for your time. Now, opponents are saying the church wants to undermine Montenegro's independence and bring it back under Serbian control. But how powerful is the Serbian Orthodox Church that it apparently has this influence on politics?
Firstly, thank you for having me. And secondly, Serbian Orthodox Church is the oldest institution in Montenegro. Even it's the older institution than Montenegro itself. In the last 400 years, in the city of Cetinje, which is old capital of Montenegro, we have those kind of ceremonies where bishops of Serbian Orthodox Church and Bishop of Cetinje is the highest rank in Montenegro in Serbian Orthodox Church. It used to be running without any obstacles. So in the last 30 years, because of political situation and the question of Serbian-Montenegro relations, we used to have some problems in this city. The point is, the vast majority of Orthodox people, Orthodox believers in Montenegro support Serbian Orthodox Church, which is very clear seen in the capital of Podgorica in the last 2 days and even today, where something about 15 or even 20,000 people used to cheer the new bishop of Serbian Church in Montenegro. But the old capital of Cetinje has a different story and different history. The vast majority of citizens in Cetinje are against Serbian Orthodox Church, and they are seeing it as an institution which is not welcomed in their city. So this is why we have those kind of pictures in Cetinje, which is the old point and the headquarters of Serbian Orthodox Church in Montenegro, but also it is the old capital old Montenegrin state, which perished 100 years ago, and now renewed. And we have some old wounds now as some new political situation which has to be learned right, and it could be a problem for citizens there, because every time when we have some kind of ceremony with Serbian Orthodox Church, we have those pictures in Cetinje.
Predrag Rajić, thank you so much for unpacking that for us and giving us the historical context to what we've seen over the weekend in Cetinje. Live to us there from Novi Sad in Serbia.